Okay, so hello guys, welcome to the Bollywood Talk Show on IWM Buzz. This is your host Shubhajit, and it's a pleasure. I can see some really interesting smiling faces out here coming to promote their new movie, Nusrat and Raj sir. Welcome on the talk show again.
Thank you, Ruby.
Hi. Thanks for
Hi,
having
hi.
us.
First of all, before I move on to Raj sir and you regarding the questions regarding the movie, I want to ask you, Nusrat, that you are in isolation now. I hope everything is safe and sound at your end.
Yeah. Touch wood, no symptoms, all good. I've just done
Yeah,
tests
yeah,
yesterday.
yeah.
Things seem normal and fine. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Mashallah, ऐसा ही
all good.
रहे, सब कुछ रहे, and everything be smooth and crisp, just like this before the movie. Raj sir, I want to
Yeah.
start with you. My first question, is the fact that I saw the trailer, and when I saw the trailer, I have this knack of checking out the comments below because you get to see the public perception, what's building and what's not, what's happening, what's the buzz around.
Right.
Majority of the comments, if you look at the first 20 comments, out of the 20, 14 to 15 are about the casting is so perfect. The cast is so
Hmm.
amazing. You got some really talented actors, directors, the story, everything. And obviously, there are only few people who've seen the movie. The others are going to see it later. But trailer se hi jhalak pata chalta hai ki the cast is so amazing and it's going to add a lot of value to that. So I want to ask you as a director, when you're coming up with a project which has multiple directors at the same time, it's an anthology, right? So how much does the casting play a part in not just your own story, but also the story of others? Because it's a collective effort when you're coming up with this.
Casting plays a crucial part in any form of storytelling, actually.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
you're trying to tell a story and you literally, I mean, you have it on paper and then you're putting faces to that. That's on screen. And
yes, yes,
so it's absolutely crucial. And I keep saying this again and again. I also, when I saw the trailer, Netflix shared the trailer with us recently before they actually put it out.
yeah,
And when I
yeah,
saw it, I
yeah,
was also just really happy to see such a
yeah,
talented bunch of actors together. I mean,
yeah,
they're of course
yeah,
in different combinations in the film in all four
yes,
different short
yes,
films, but
yeah,
it was just amazing to see it because you unfortunately can't don't usually see it on in a feature or in a commercial setup or in
yeah,
a theatrical
yeah,
release. So
yeah,
that's another advantage, I guess, of doing an anthology for
yeah,
for a platform like Netflix is that you get to put together these amazing talents. So
yeah.
yeah, so it was great.
Absolutely on point. And Nusrat, I want to ask you this thing. I'm pretty sure you must be on cloud nine right now. Everything's good happening on OTT. Everything's good happening in the movies. There's Ram Setu. There's a lot of interesting work that's happening. Do you personally feel this is the best phase of your career till now?
I think I'm always on cloud nine. I'm always on some level of high because
Yeah,
because I'm used to doing. If you actually look at my filmography, I've done one film a year, one film in 2 years, and for those
yeah,
2 years I'm on a high because I'm doing that one film. I'm happy about it.
yeah,
I think my happiest is to be on set and working or watching what people
yeah,
have put out.
yeah,
So I'm always on cloud nine. I mean, it's not this particular phase. I think I've had a
yeah,
good run. Touch wood.
yeah.
Be
That's
blessed.
good.
SKTKS did well. Dream Girl did well. I got to
Yeah,
do a film like this. I'm doing Ram Setu. It just Chori. I mean, everything just seemed like. I mean, I have no regret.
yeah,
I love it all. I'm
yeah,
very proud of it all, and it's a
yeah.
great journey. Great journey.
May the roller coaster ride continue in the future as well. Raj sir,
Thanks.
this
Thanks.
this this valid question definitely comes up. There was good news on one hand, and everything was good about the movie. It's an out and out comedy. You simply can't stop laughing from the very first moment you see it. Now, this is, I would say, a serious movie which has a lot of interesting messages to give out to the public. And then you also have Jug Jug Geo, which I believe has got a lot to do with romance and love and all that stuff with Varun, Prajakta, and all those talented people out there. So three different films, I would say, in the recent past, and three different type of narratives and storytelling methods. So are you doing this cautiously, keeping in mind that okay, the challenge is out there, it's really competitive out there, so you got to ring in as many variations as possible with the way you're doing your storytelling? Is this a conscious effort?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a conscious effort. It's just something that I really wanted to do. And I think every filmmaker and every director and every actor for that matter, every creative
Yeah,
person aspires to do is try and do different things. So I hope this streak continues there. I mean, I've been lucky so far, touchwood, to be able to get the
yeah,
opportunity to do this. But I also
yeah,
hope to dwell into like action films and thrillers and
yeah,
all of these genres, because you want to keep exploring and keep reinventing yourself and trying to challenge yourself. I don't know if I could do that when I was getting into Ajit Dastan, for example, when I did Khilona. I don't know if I was going to be able to achieve it or do it, and I still don't know if I have. But it's just something that you constantly strive for. It's as a creative person, any form of creative person, you don't know if the next thing you're creating will have any sort of an impact or will be any good at all. But that's the high of it.
Yeah. So as I would say that, वो ज़माना गया जब हम लोग कहते थे कि jack of all trades, master of none. Today you got to be jack of all trades, master of all as well at the same time.
Absolutely. Hopefully.
Yeah. And Nusrat, you mentioned in the last answer itself very interestingly that if you see your filmography, there were times when you were doing one film in a year or maybe one film in 2 years. Cut to now, I see a very different pattern in the way you're picking up your movies. The way there's a certain sense of de-glamorization that's happening. If I talk about Chalang, there's a certain way you're putting in your efforts in terms of the diction of your characters, be it in this one or in Chalang. So the way you're taking up these challenging characters is also adding a lot of gravity and matter to showcase what a good actress you are. It's not just about good looks, but you're also an amazing actress. So when you pick up these roles and when you get these kind of, I would say, feedback from the audience, the critics, your friends, family, admirers, does it make you feel validated all the way more? Yes, I'm doing good. I mean, do you need that constant validation in life to keep you taking your decisions in life?
The only validation I have always seeked and I always will seek is from the director sitting behind the monitor after every take of mine telling me, okay, this was the right take, we got it. Whether it's the first take or the 52nd take, doesn't matter, as long as we got it. Whether I'm choosing roles which are now trying to de-glamorize me and there's a thought to it, you're saying it, it's now falling in place for me. But it was not a conscious choice I ever made. I mean, Dreamgirl was a normal film, comedy film. I was glamorous in that. I chose to do that. That was just before Chalang. So honestly, I took on Chalang before Dreamgirl happened. So there was no conscious choice in it. I feel like I hear the narration, I hear a film, and if I like the film, I want to be a part of it. And that's the only thing I base my decision on. I don't actually think about what my character is going to do, how am I going to break this image, how is it going to change. Once I say yes to the film and I have that character in my hand, then I want to make something out of it, and which is what I think every actor brings to the table. They bring their own sort of inputs. Then I want to give it some other life, some other nuance, whether it's diction, whether it's mannerism, whether it's whatever it is. I mean, I want to kind of do something more with it, which is a creative thing. You want to add more things. I mean, it happens in every walk of life. Whatever career you choose, you want to do something different with what you have in your hands. That's the only conscious choice I make. I don't think I pick films based on it right in the beginning. And that's what, thankfully, these films have come to me. So it's the other way around. I haven't chosen them. They've chosen me to be in it. So I'm going to
I don't honestly think there is any effort at all in trying to de-glamorize herself. Have you seen the Saiyaji video? There is zero attempt. She's just looking hot and doing that, that belly dance thing that she's doing. There is, trust me, she loves doing this, and there is absolutely no attempt to de-glamorize anything.
That's a very important point that he mentioned. The belly dance. You want to learn those moves as well. Hopefully, someday in the future, we get to learn those moves directly from you.
No, bro, trust me, हमसे नहीं हो पाएगा. It just takes.
वो सिर्फ जो करेगी उसी पे अच्छा लगेगा. हम लोग पे अच्छा नहीं लगेगा.
हाँ, उसको छोड़ ही दो तुम बेटा.
Yes, but Raj sir, Nusrat spoke a lot about the movie choices and the fact that movies came to her. She didn't streamline her choices, rather than that. It's just that coincidentally the timeline happened to fall in place for her. And I would want to ask you, it's a very cliche question, but in this particular movie, ये cliche सवाल बनता है. Because we already spoke about casting. What made you feel that Nusrat will be the ideal character with the kind of narrative and the vision that you had? What made you feel Nusrat is the right girl? I'm pretty sure she's up hearing and all excited to hear some lovely praises. But I want to hear what's the word in your mind?
I've praised her enough. My stomach's not feeling right today. I've praised her 3 times.
We'll talk about that later. Why don't you just smile?
Yes.
No, so I think Shubhaji, she's like I said, she's a fantastic actor. I think everyone kind of knows that. I feel like She keeps saying she felt like she's got into that one particular kind of role for a bit. But I feel like even to portray that is not easy at all. And a film works when every character works, So whether it's a commercial character, whether it's a negative, whatever kind of character, I feel like every character has its challenges, and it's difficult to do those commercial films as well. It requires a different level of conviction and skill. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I think I just saw that. I mean, when I read the script, I felt she was, to be very honest with you, there were two people we had in mind and we were discussing, because I did honestly think, I don't know if she was going to be interested in it, because she was doing these commercial hits and stuff. So here I am taking this short film to her where she's playing a house help, it's like, so I didn't know if, I wasn't sure if she was going to do it. But what I was sure of was that if she was to come on board, then she'll do complete justice to it. And I think that's what she's done. I mean, as a filmmaker, as a director, I don't know what the audience will think eventually, but as a director and filmmaker, I think I can't see anyone else now doing it.
Well, high five on that note. I totally agree with that as well. She has absolutely done a fantastic job. I have one last question before I wrap this up, and that question goes to Nusrat. Raj sir, mentioned very interestingly कि मैंने सोचा तो था कि Nusrat will be doing a very good job, but I wasn't really sure, whether she will be interested in picking this or not, because she was doing out and out commercial roles. Now, ऐसा आपने कहीं कहा नहीं है, neither is it written that only you're going to do commercial roles, but the industry is such that we tend to think in certain ways कि यार अगर कोई actor या actress ऐसे काम कर रही है तो he or she will be interested in only that. So now that you have done this and एकदम came out all guns blazing, with all full power, do you think that these kind of roles are adding a lot more value and dimension, in terms of what you bring to the table, and more filmmakers will notice that Nusrat is not just about those kind of roles, but also these kind of stuff?
I don't know about filmmakers and the trade and the industry, but it's definitely adding a lot more value and layer to me as a person. I'm able to be more confident with the number of roles I pick up and the fact that I do them well. I mean, I was petrified even in Chhalang. I didn't know if I could do the Haryanvi accent. I really didn't know. Nobody on set actually believed I could pull it off. But I did. So that
Neelu was very adorable, I must say that.
Thank you. So it makes me a better person and makes me a more wholesome actor, and it just makes me take more risks and chances. So for that, for me, is rewarding enough. Everybody else is open to their own, opinions, and I'm okay with it. I'm not expecting anything. It's fine.
Well, all is well that ends well. Sir had a different perception, you had a different perception, but it all came down on the same page, and you guys have come up with some fantastic work. I hope, just like us, the audience also loves it when the movie comes out. And I wish you guys all the best for everything that you do in the future. Looking forward to see you all in person, not like this virtually. I hope COVID time gets better sooner than later. But wish you all the best. May you keep doing some lovely work, kick-ass work, and continue rocking and entertaining your audience. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. See you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Bye.